All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Unfortunately, the Toronto Raptors are down 0-2 against the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not enjoying the flop fest. I'm not really enjoying the referees, but at the end of the day, let's be real here. Toronto's playing like shit, bro. And when you're down, I know Gary Trent Jr., he played 10 minutes. I know he played. You're pretty much without Gary Trent. You're without Scotty Barnes. You're missing 35 points right there. This is already a team that is fighting from behind. This is a team that should not. We fast forward one season ago, and I look at you and I tell you, Toronto Raptors next season, they'll be the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. You'll be like, what are you smoking? Give me some of that. Hit me up with your dealer. I want your strain because you're crazy. And so either way, this season has been a massive, massive success. And once Toronto just gets a bench and once they get a sturdy, reliable big man, it can even be somebody as low-key as JaVale McGee, the Toronto Raptors are going to be almost impossible to beat. You can really kind of get a sense. The way Toronto played last night was horrible, and you only lost by 15 points. Welcome back to the channel, man. We're talking Raps today. Hit the like button, hit that sub button. We're trying to hit, I know it's a crazy goal here, but we're trying to hit 15,000 subs by the end of the playoffs. Hit the like button. Let's try and hit 100 likes on this video. It's been depressing, dude. It's been really depressing, but when you really boil it down, it's not rocket science. Fred VanVleet came, first 10 seconds of the basketball game last night, Freddie drained a 3, and you're like, oh shit. Toronto up 33-32. Well, here, let me break it down to you. If you are scoring 19 points in the second quarter, if you are scoring 19 points in the third quarter, if you have back-to-back quarters where you score 19 points, you're not winning the basketball game. Or you have less than a 25% chance to win that basketball game. So, Siakam 7-20. That's kind of the thing to me is, Freddie and Siakam, they combined for 40 points. But when you're missing essentially 2 starters, 2 critical components to not only your offense but to your defense, you need your stars, your all-stars, your superstars to really step up. And, we saw it with Freddie playing 44 minutes, Siakam playing 41 minutes. These guys are pissed off, dude. They're pissed off. I don't see any reason why this series is over. I think Toronto, to be quite honest with you, they win 1 out of 2 in Toronto at the very least. In fact, I still think the Raptors, I don't know if the Raps are going to win in 6 right now, but I still have the Raps winning this series, as crazy as it may seem. The calls are going to be a lot different in Toronto, hopefully. I saw something on Twitter where it was I can't remember the ref's name. I don't know if this was true or fake news, but one of the refs grew up in Philadelphia and is a Sixers fan. So it's all right. There's a clip on Twitter where you have Fred's like this, OG's like this, Malachi's like this, and you have James Harden and Joel Embiid flopping like a fucking fish on the ground. It literally looks like they just died. It looks like a crime scene. Their 2 superstar players are lying on the ground like this. And every Raptor in the area is like, what? OG got pushed. It's crazy. The ref's been crazy. If you guys don't watch my channel all season, I hate talking bad about the refs because it's a part of the game you can't control. But at the end of the day, Toronto's playing like shit. And when you're missing 2 critical players, Scotty Barnes, hopefully he's back for game 3. We don't really know. You're F, dude. You got a starter playing 10 minutes, scoring 0 points. It's not like Philadelphia is posers. Philadelphia still, at the end of the day, whether or not you like the way, I don't think there's many people who like the way James Harden and Joel Embiid play basketball, but at the end of the day, they're getting fouled. The Raptors they're fouling them. It's literally as simple as that. Joel Embiid gets the ball, and every fucking Raptor hoards him. And it's all right, maybe if they had no shooters on their team, but that leaves James Harden wide open, that leaves Tyrese Maxey wide open, that leaves Danny Green wide open, that leaves Tobias Harris wide open. It's only a matter of time before they start making their wide open threes, because once Joel gets a ball, all the Raps are down in the paint, kick it out, Philly will start shooting it, sometimes it doesn't go in, and then once they kind of realize, oh my God, Toronto's biting at every shot, all right, let me do a pump fake, and just like that, it's a 5-on-4. Every Raptor player, except for one who's in the stands because he just got caught jumping, is down in the paint. Well, they're undersized. They're undersized. So I do think things are going to be a lot different in Toronto. One thing I did like about the game last night was, first off, you ended strong, but most importantly, you started strong. I mean, Toronto, game one, first quarter, was like, is this what we're doing here? Like, this is the way the whole season went. I guess when you really boil down to it, it's like, all right, Toronto struggled in the first quarter all season. What's changed in the last 1 to 2 months outside of the acquisition of Thaddeus Young, Armani Brooks, who isn't even playing? Like, what's going to be different? Like, you need to make some adjustments here. And so, I know Nick Nurse is fuming right now. I know the whole Raps roster is fuming right now. But I will say this. I still think there's bright spots. I've been pretty impressed the way Kem Birch has been playing defensively. Chris Boucher last night, he had like 2 offensive putback dunks, but he shot 8 of 13, man. He had 8 rebounds. He had 2 blocks. He had 17 points, especially if Gary Trent still has this illness. And I'm not trying to, shit on Gary Trent, because playing with illness, dude, it sucks. Unless, like, you're actually sick, it's, like, really easy to come in your head like, oh, he's just got a cold. Like, he doesn't have COVID. Like, he's just sick. Like, play better. Well, when you're sick, there's one thing you want to do, and that is lay down. That is lay in bed all day and watch TV. You're sick. Your body is fighting off an illness. So, it's not that crazy that Gary Trent Jr. didn't play more than 10 minutes last night, didn't play in the second half. Sky Barnes' injury really does suck. But game 3, start strong, play good defense. I still feel like Toronto, like, you're still getting away with a good amount of stuff. Let's take a look at game 2 stats. I mean, Joel Embiid, 31, he's going to get his baggie. James Harden, another shit game from him, offensively speaking. I guess he's facilitating the ball and he's playing some solid defense. But as far as scoring the ball goes, James is definitely struggling. When Danny Green dunks, you're effed. I don't think I've ever seen Danny Green dunk until last night, which blew my mind. Tobias Harris, 3 of 3 from downtown, 20 points. Like, Tyrese Maxey, 8 of 11, like 23 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Like, the Sixers bench is so freaking unbelievably bad. You got Shake Milton. You have Matisse Thybulle, who a lot of us were thinking, a ton of Raptors fans were like, he can't play in Toronto. That's going to be a big difference. I guess we were all wrong. He's coming off the bench playing 10 minutes. Pat Reed, like, he's solid. Paul Reed. Pat Reed's not even a person. Paul Reed, Niang, like, these guys just don't really play. So if I'm Toronto, I'm going immediately, dude. If I'm Siakam, if I'm Freddie, I'm thinking first quarter, we need to do exactly what we did last game. We need to attack. Try and get to the free throw line. Try and get Joel Embiid in foul trouble. Just try and make Philadelphia uncomfortable. That's it for today, man. Go ahead, drop some Game 3 predictions down below. Hit the like button, hit that sub button. And I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Come on in, and I'll definitely be recapping the game afterwards if you don't. But let's get a win tomorrow, man. We down 3-0 is pretty much over. But one game at a time here. You get back to 2-1. It's okay. It really is okay. It's critical. If Raptors lost first 2 games at home, I'd say this series is over. But thankfully, we're headed back to Toronto. Peace.